Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'll be sharing with you how to create a snowball effect, a powerful momentum of getting results with the law of attraction and really understanding how to create systems that really work for you. Now, this video I think can give you some practical tools that can transform the direction of where you're putting your energy to really give you the missing link that may be holding you back. So for this process, understand that repetition and massive action are so important with the process of getting the results that we want. Now, a lot of times, and as I always say, we don't necessarily get that in life which we want, but we always get a reflection of who we are being. That's why action is such an important part of the process, and many times when it comes to the law of attraction, it's the thing that people miss out on. At least for me, I procrastinated for years with not taking a lot of action, but in the last 6 months, it's something I've been very focused on and I've gotten very good results from. Now, from this, understand that the only way to really maintain massive action has to come with creating systems. Now, systems is when you are able to acknowledge something that continues to work for you, what you do is you leverage yourself by leveling up with it and doing it more and more. So for me, for example, I realized that the more videos I create, the more opportunities I create to reach people with the message that I have, the more people I introduce to my energy, and that's why something that I knew was going to be powerful was to create a video a day. Now, I had to, and it was something I kind of just randomly decided to do. I was envisioning in a year from now where I wanted to be, and I said to myself, what is the one thing that I could do that would ensure that I get there the quickest? And I knew that what that was creating a video a day. I mean, I knew it was creating a lot of videos, but I figured creating a video a day would be a way that I could create that system. Now, what I did is I realized that, you know, through trial and error, there's a certain way for me to do this. Now, this was originally, I would just create a video a day, but I realized that with time and with being so busy, it was a better thing for me to do was when I get into this flow state like I am right now, to create 4 or 5 videos and then to edit for the next couple days. Now, as I did this more and more, I've learned to really love the process. I love creating a video a day, and sometimes I do that intentionally when I know I could like knock out 3 more videos right now. I like to create a video a day because I like the state that I push myself to be in. Now, what I've realized is that I've created a system for doing this, and a system just means that I have repetitiously done this to a point to where I know what does work and what doesn't work. So I've learned how to optimize that. Now, the key to this is knowing that how can you do this for yourself? You know, for me, I know that doing a video a day, editing it in a certain way, having a certain type of thumbnail, putting transcriptions in the info box, all the little things that I do is stuff that I know is creating a system for me, creating more gears so that things move at a quicker rate, and it's also allowing me to add more momentum in the direction of who I prefer to become and the value that I like to add, I prefer to add. So with this, how can you create a system that works for you? Now, you might say, I ask you, what is your end result or your end goal of who you want to become? Now, if it is becoming a artist that gets paid and has an art room, or gets paid and has a website, imagine whatever that is and understand what is the system that you can create to get there. A system of optimization. Maybe you start to put yourself out there and you realize that you're able to reach out to other influencers and give them your stuff and ask if they would put it on their social media. Maybe it's that you are creating something every single day and you are starting to advertise it on Instagram or your website. As you start to see what does work, what doesn't work, and you start to put your eggs in different baskets, you're going to start to narrow it down with what works best for you. The idea is that when you find out what that is, you can still try other things, but really level up and put more and more into that. Do that thing and create for yourself something that allows you to do it more and more. Now, they have a saying that 80% of the results come from 20% of the actions. The idea behind this is that It's true, especially in the case of YouTube. Probably about 20% of my videos brings in about 80% of the views, 80% of the subscribers, because that's just the way things work. Now, the only way you really get there is through hard work. It's through having a lot of quantity, and then the quality is a part of it as well. So the idea is that the best thing you can do is to put yourself out there, to understand that the more you put yourself out there, the more you try different things, the more that you learn what really does work for you, and that then from that point of view, you can optimize it by deciding to go all in on those things and to simply do them more and more. Now, the next part I want to talk about is the tips that I've learned from creating daily routines around this, and understanding that you can optimize and do certain things that really gets a massive amount of work done to gain that snowball effect. So the idea is, for me, I found, and also a lot of other books you'll read have found as well, very successful people and people that get a lot of productivity done, the best and most important time to get things done is right when you wake up in the morning, maybe after your meditation, and to do whatever that is. The first 3 things you do should be the 3 most high leverage things, the things that take the most amount of energy. So for me, for example, that's normally creating videos, it's editing, it's doing things that I know once I get it out of the way, that then I can focus on other things. Now, the funny thing is that many times I will get those done and I will still continue to do even more and more because I enjoy the process. So I might create 2 or 3 videos and then 6 hours later create more videos. But the idea is to do the 3 things that will make you feel so accomplished. You can check it off the list and know and get like a spike of dopamine because you know you are the type of person that gets things done. Now, this also has a powerful effect because it will change your self-image for the way you see yourself. You will start to see yourself as somebody that gets things done. And as you do that, you will start to reinforce that identity and you will start to gain more and more of a snowball effect. So remember that 80% of the results will come from 20% of what you do. So start to find out where your leverage points are. Start to create systems that align to your daily habits. And the more that you do this, the more that you find you reinforce that new identity of who you prefer to be, and the more things begin to change for the better. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you guys on the next vid. Peace, much love, namaste. Alright, bye.